Mr. Jacobson here, and today we're going to talk about Lesson 3-2, what is the better buy? And today you will be able to determine what is the better buy by using rates and unit rates. Now, before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about using rates and unit rates and how this applies to the real world. So anytime you're in the grocery store or at the store, an important thing to look at if you see on the tag is it's going to say the cost per ounce, the cost per liter, the cost per gallon, and you can use those to compare different items, for example, in the grocery store. If you plan to be a business owner when you get older, this is extremely important because then you can analyze and look at the cost of products that you're going to sell. So if you were to, I don't know, say sell pencils, and the unit cost per pencil for one brand would be 2 cents, and another brand of pencils, the unit cost per pencil would be 8 cents. It doesn't take, a genius to figure out, well, obviously, if the 2-cent pencil is cheaper and it's just as good, I can maximize my profit and make more money by buying the cheaper pencil. So I just wanted to give you some background of how and why this is important. This is probably one of the most practical things that you'll use in your everyday life as you get older. Okay, so for our first example, we have 2 jars of peanut butter, 2 different sizes. We have an 18-ounce jar for $4.75, and we have a 40-ounce jar for $11.29. Now, we want to know which is the better buy. Some of you may be thinking, well, the $4.75 one, it's cheaper, but that might not be the case because the cost per ounce might be cheaper than the bigger size. And in order to compare these, what we can do is we can just find the unit rate of each item. So for the first one, we're going to talk about the 18-ounce jar. Now, when we're talking about rates and unit rates, they have different units. So it's a fraction with different units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cost up here, $4.75, and that is the cost of 18 ounces. Now, I want to find the cost per ounce. So I want to know, when I say per ounce, I want to know for every 1 ounce. Well, how do I go from 18 ounces to 1 ounce? We would just simply divide by 18. And what I do to the bottom, I will also have to do to my top, the numerator. Okay, well, 18 divided by 18 is 1, so I get to 1 ounce. And now I just need to do 475 divided by 18. And the cost per ounce is roughly going to cost us about 26 cents. Okay, that's the cost per ounce for the $4.75 18-ounce jar. So cost per ounce, that's not too bad, 26 cents. Let's compare it with the cost per ounce of the 40-ounce jar. So my cost for the 40-ounce jar is $11.29, and that is for 40 ounces. Now, in order to compare these unit rates, I'm going to want a denominator of 1. So in order to get a denominator of 1 ounce, I need to divide by 40. And that'll give me 1 ounce. And what I do to the bottom, I also will have to do to the top. So $11.29 divided by 40 ounces. And the cost per ounce for the 40-ounce jar is actually going to be 28 cents. So, as you can see, it'd actually be smarter for us to buy the smaller jar than the bigger jar. And in the supermarket, typically you'll find that actually buying the bigger size will save you money. But in this case, actually, they must be having a sale or something where the 18-ounce jar is actually the better deal. So we would just write the 18-ounce jar. Okay. That is example number 1. We'll move on to number 2. Okay, for this example, we're going to be talking about ketchup. Okay, so again, we have to find the unit rate of both items. So I'm going to set up for the 32-ounce jar, I'm going to put the cost on top, which is $3.29, and the number of ounces, 32 ounces, on the bottom. And we're going to find the unit rate. So I want to find the cost for 1 ounce, so I need to divide by 32 and divide by 32. Okay, well, 32 divided by 32 is 1, and then I just need to do my $3.29 divided by 32 ounces, and the cost per 1 ounce for the 32-ounce bottle of ketchup is 10 cents. All right, let's compare that with the 24-ounce bottle. So I'm going to put my cost in the top, $2.59, and in the bottom I will put my ounces, 24 ounces. Okay, to find my unit rate, I need to divide my denominator, my ounces, by 24 because I want to know the cost per ounce. All right, so for 1 ounce, well, I'm going to have to divide the 259 divided by 24. So $2.59 divided by 24 ounces. My cost comes out to 0.10. So they're relatively the same cost. So in this instance, we could put that they are the same deal. They're relatively the same price. So it all depends on how much ketchup you plan to use. If you love ketchup, you can go ahead and buy the 32-ounce bottle, or I mean, if you seldomly use ketchup, you use it every once in a while, maybe it makes more sense to buy the smaller bottle because you don't go through it as often. You won't have to buy it as frequently. So they are the same price per ounce. Okay. So in this example, we had a tie. So they're just the same price per ounce. Now we could go out here into fractional parts of a penny, but I mean, in that instance, if we're talking fractional parts of a penny, not a huge deal when comparing the cost, especially for a food item. Okay, on to our next example. Our last example that we're going to go through is for Energizer batteries. All right, so the first one I'm going to set up my unit rate is I'm going to put the cost, again, up top, $17.99 for the larger pack. And that larger pack has 8 batteries in it. And I'm just going to abbreviate here, 8 batteries. And I want to know, how much does 1 battery cost? Okay. Well, in order to find the cost of 1 battery, I'm going to need to divide my bottom by 8 and my top by 8. Okay. And the cost for 1 battery in the 8-pack, we'll do $17.99 divided by 8. And the cost for 1 battery comes out to $2 and roughly about 25 cents. So, I mean, that's quite a bit of money. $2.25. That's nearly your lunch money just for 1 battery. Well, let's compare that cost with 4 batteries. So I'm going to put my cost for this one as $9.99. I'm going to put that over the 4 batteries that come in that pack. Okay. Again, I'm going to set up my unit rate or find that by dividing by 4. 4 divided by 4 would be 1 battery. Okay. And what I do to the bottom, I'm also going to need to do to my top. So $9.99 divided by 4, and that's going to give me a cost per battery of $2 and roughly 50 cents. Okay, so obviously it makes more sense buying the 8-pack than it does the 4-pack. Why? Because you're actually saving a quarter per battery by buying the larger pack. Now, up front, it's going to cost you more money, but I mean, as you use them, okay, actually per battery, you're actually saving money by buying the larger set of batteries. So, what's the better buy? We would say that the 8-pack of batteries is the better buy. All right. Okay. That concludes this lesson over what's the better buy. This is extremely useful, and as you get older, you're only a few years away from driving. You'll see that every day. That when you pass a gas station, they advertise the price of their gasoline as per gallon, per every 1 gallon. So obviously, you want to save money. Everybody wants to save money. So when you go to fill up, you're going to look at the different gas stations in the area, and you're gonna compare the prices. And nobody wants to spend more or go across the street where the cost per gallon of gas would be, let's say, $3 when they're selling it right across the street for $2.75. Um, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. If you have questions, okay, please submit a help desk ticket in Google Classroom to me, and I can provide you more examples or answer any questions that you have. I hope that you all enjoy your homework and you complete that coloring sheet, and it'll be due later this week. Alrighty, thank you.